Hello, this is Mr. Holmberg from Corvallis Middle School, and this is a game that I play in class to teach students about decimal place values. There are lots of variations of this game, and it's a good game to work on having students recognize numbers that add up to a whole number that doesn't have any decimal values behind the decimal place. It's also very good for students working on being able to speak the name of a decimal correctly when it's out to the thousandths decimal place. So the game is very simple here. Basically what I do, and I did this with pairs in the classroom, and they work together, and I give them 30 seconds to answer the question, and then we go several times. I put up a number like, the first one I give just an example so they see how it works, is I do this, and I said if this number was given to you, what number would you write here in order to make 10 an even 10? And so the students would see that they're going to do something like this, and the thousandths, the 1,000ths, and the 9,000ths add up, and it carries, and it carries, and it carries, and it makes 10. And so they see that very simply. The challenge then is, though, that I do ask them to speak this right here. They have to say, I'm adding 1,000th, so that they're practicing speaking this part here, because that's a little bit tougher for students. So again, they get 30 seconds, and that's pretty easy to do. It's good to do things like put in zeros, like that, because it makes them think about what has to go in here to make this work. They'd need a 0, but then what do I need to make so that I would carry over here and come up with a 0? They would have to think, well, it's an 8, and 2 and an 8 would be a 10 and carry a 1, and I would need here a 9, because 1 and 9 make 10 and carry 1. If that's a 3, I would need 7. And then to complete the game, they'd have to say 7 and 980 thousandths, or 7 and 98 hundredths even would be a good way of doing it if they're ignoring the 0. And we did 10 of these as a class, so it's just kind of a quick little review. Variations of the game, of course, you could make it a little more difficult by increasing the place value on this side, or you could do things like make it add up to that. You could, of course, do all kinds of things across the bottom. You could make things like this, and place those numbers on different places and have to come up with 2. Anyway, it's just a quick game and an easy way to remember and practice. Practice adding up these tens and changing place values and then saying the names of them.